Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. This week on the Red Carpet, we take a look at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We celebrate the birthday of iconic American guitarist and songwriter Jimi Hendrix and how Kenyan street-style snappers are reclaiming the heart of Nairobi. Those stories and more right here on the Red Carpet. Let's go! More than 50,000 people gathered in Cape Town, South Africa as the festive season officially kicked off on the first day of December. The theme for this year's event was Cape Town, People of Hope, and crowds gathered in the heart of the city for the annual festive light switch on. People wore LED lit headgear and cheered as the mayor hit a switch to transform Cape Town's Adderley Street into a medley of colors. For nearly 100 years, Americans have enjoyed watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The spectacle is an annual tradition that aims to make millions of consumers feel connected to the department store. VOA's Dora Mekua looks at the parade preparation.
Preparation for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade begins up to a year before the extravaganza actually starts. Millions of Americans tune in to watch.
There are well over 8,000 people that will march down the streets of New York in front of the 3.5 million viewers on the street and nearly 30 million at home.
This year, 22 floats, 11 bands, and multiple performance groups will participate in the parade, along with 17 character balloons that can reach up to 6 stories tall. In the days leading up to the procession, Macy's, the U.S. department store that sponsors the parade, offered previews of what's to come.
We're ushering in the holidays. So what we're trying to do when we create these floats and balloons is tell a quick, fun story that entertains, surprises, and delights.
The night before the parade, these floats and balloons are folded down to the size of buses and driven from this New Jersey warehouse into New York City. The spectacle is 100 years old. The very first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade kicked off in 1924. It's become an American tradition that allows the department store to attach its name to one of the biggest U.S. holidays of the year.
There's not a lot of things in American culture that last that long. In this era of digital communication and performance marketing, there's something just wholesome about a parade down the street that resonates with a lot of shoppers.
The parade traditionally kicks off with a turkey and ends with the arrival of Santa Claus. It's Macy's way of reminding American consumers that the holiday shopping season has begun. Dora Mekua, VOA News, New York City.
November 27th marked the birthday of iconic American guitarist and songwriter Jimi Hendrix. In his hometown of Seattle, the Museum of Pop Culture, inspired by his groundbreaking music, celebrated his enduring legacy with family members, former colleagues, and fans. Natasha Mzokvaya has the story.
Jimi Hendrix spent two-thirds of his short life in Seattle's Central District. As a child, he often played in Lehigh Park near the shores of Lake Washington. Facing poverty and family challenges, he frequently skipped school and eventually dropped out. It was around this time that he learned to play the guitar, an instrument that would bring him worldwide fame.
Jimmy had a lot of diversity in his life, in his family life, as well as in his neighborhood in the Central District, which I think really helped to mold him in being more understanding and loving toward all people and cultures. He called himself West Coast Seattle Boy.
The Museum of Pop Culture in Seattle celebrates his birthday every year, bringing together family members, fellow musicians, and multi-generational fans.
Jimi Hendrix really was the original inspiration of our museum. We have the largest Hendrix collection in the world, over 6,000 objects related to Jimi Hendrix, and really, you know, from the content of the museum to even the shape and colors that you find in the museum, really trying to accentuate Jimi Hendrix's life, legacy, career, and his creativity.
The museum invites visitors to explore their creativity. Some choose to decorate a paper guitar. Others try to play signature Hendrix riffs in the sound lab.
He was one of my inspirations to play the guitar when I was younger. He played the guitar with a lot of passion, especially I was really interested in doing his live shows because I think he just shared a lot of emotion in his performances.
I think we've all, being in America, have obviously been influenced by Jimi Hendrix. The soul from the guitar and letting the music and the guitar sing for him is awesome, and I think a great basis for R&B and hip-hop and rap today.
Hendrix was known for his fiery performances, but blues musician Taj Mahal, who shared the stage with him several times, says in real life Jimi Hendrix was quite shy.
He was very, very quiet, very, very gentle. Some people might misinterpret it, but no, he was very, very quiet, But once he got the guitar, it was a whole other person. And I don't think we'll have another one like that, ever. He's one. It was like guitar before Jimmy, guitar after Jimmy.
Jimi Hendrix was only 9 when her brother died, but she says following the promise they gave to take care of each other, she dedicated her adult life to preserving his legacy, including the recent project, new documentary, Electric Lady Studios, a Jimi Hendrix vision.
His music has been the soundtrack definitely of my life and so many of other people's lives. Kids, young people, adults, they have all been touched by Jimmy's music in a different way. And it has been an inspiration, not only in the past, but the present and the future, because really, even though as much as we all change and evolve, there's not too many new things under the sun, but Jimmy's music has been really the guiding light for a lot of people.
The current 7th Jimi Hendrix exhibition at the Museum of Pop Culture focuses on the peak of his touring career, when he played more than 500 concerts in 15 countries.
We have over 100 pages of handwritten lyrics from Jimi Hendrix, and almost all of them are on hotel or airline stationery, so you really get the sense that he is creating wherever he goes. Celebrating Jimi Hendrix's 82nd birthday is really just a celebration of that creative force in many different ways.
For his fans in Seattle and worldwide, the journey continues as his music lives on. Natasha Mozgovaya, VOA News, Seattle.
Enterprising young Kenyan photographers and TikTokers use the streets of Nairobi's central business district to earn some cash in a country where the UN estimates 67% of 15 to 34-year-olds are without a job. For some, like photographer Alex Okwomi, his street venture has also opened doors to other jobs like doing fashion shoots. For others, aside from the monetary gains, it's also an opportunity to showcase their talent online.
Alex Okomwe trains his lens on his latest clients, the 2 young women whose identical dresses will make a striking photo as they pose against the photogenic skyline of Nairobi's central business district. Okomi is among dozens of young snappers who have seized on a government decision in 2022 to lift restrictions on photography in the central business district and promote the creative economy.
I operate in open-air market. In Swahili, it's called soko hewani. So you just approach people, random people walking in the street. You approach them, you sweet talk them. You must have that good language to convince them. And most of the time, our potentials are those people who are having good attire, like you have that sense of fashion.
They allow us because the youth don't have work opportunities. So we employ ourselves, the talent. So they allow us and we showcase our talent, what we have.
The colorful streets are also teeming with teenage TikTokers whose cameras capture the hypnotic routines to the bass beats of urban tone, a popular Kenyan music genre.
It's a form like you just don't have to sit and be idle. You can come, do something, then make people happy with your content. Yeah, you may make someone who's sad happy by your dance or your content. Yeah.
Lemmy, who only shared his first name, said he hopes to use his videos to help push Kenya and African music to the world.
if I'm doing a content about art and the art is about poor governance, for example, then someone sees the content and it'll be like, he does something positive in his own capacity to change the world. That's what I'm doing. I create art that impacts other people to do the same.
In the U.S. state of Colorado, a local youth hockey team wanted to give their counterparts in Ukraine a break from the constant threats of war. So they invited a Ukrainian hockey team to come to America to play in a tournament. Svetlana Pristinska has the story, narrated by Anna Rice.
Alexander Panfilov is one of 11 members of a Ukrainian youth hockey team called Kryzhinka that came to Denver, Colorado to take a break from the war dragging on back at home and hit the ice with some American players.
I loved how warm they welcomed us, with hugs. In the US, preparing for the game, the ceremony itself is so much more beautiful. We also went golfing, we went on hikes, went to the Air Force base.
The idea to bring the Ukrainian youth hockey team to Denver belongs to Ivan Benilevsky, a former professional hockey player who moved to the United States from Ukraine 13 years ago and has been working as a coach in Colorado at the Arapahoe Warriors Youth Hockey Club. In 2024, he suggested organizing a competition between local Colorado teams and Ukrainian teams.
Ці ігри – це дуже важливо для дітей.
These games are very important for children, but that's not the main thing. What's really important is they get a little rest from the terrible and sadly everyday events in Ukraine. To give them a break, give them positive emotions in this difficult time.
It took the Ukrainian athletes a few days to get to Denver from Kyiv.
From Kyiv, we headed to Warsaw, and from there to Denver. It was tiring to fly for so long, but it was fun. I couldn't wait to arrive.
I'm 14. I've been playing hockey for 10 years now. First, I played with my dad, then joined a professional team.
According to the U.S. Census, about 20,000 Ukrainians call Colorado home, and many of them came to support the Kyiv youth team.
Of course, we came to root for them. We try and stay united, be together, attend various events.
And for the American players, it was a chance to see how their skills matched up against opponents from overseas.
And it's really exciting to play this team. It's a super neat experience, something that probably a once-in-a-lifetime experience. That's really cool.
Yeah, I think they're a really good team, you know. They got some big guys and can move the puck pretty well.
The Kryzhinka Hockey Club director and coach Ihor Arhipenko says trips like this help his players get better.
I'm sure kids will remember this trip for the rest of their lives. Organizers do so much. They are with us 24/7.
I can tell you these are talented young men, and each of them has a promising future and career in Ukraine. We here in the US really believe that.
The Ukrainian team went home winners. They won 4 out of 5 of the games they played. For Svetlana Pristinska in Denver, Colorado, Anna Rice, VOA News.
Thank you for watching VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voaafrica.com. We are also on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Until next time, goodbye everyone.